Here is how to add and customize Streamlabs overlays. This obviously works for Streamlabs desktop, but did you know it also works for OBS as well? Some of these overlays will be free, but if you want full access, you need Streamlabs Ultra. You can use my affiliate link to get $9 off the first month, which also supports my channel. So let's start with Streamlabs desktop, then we'll do OBS. Obviously, download it and log in. Then what you want on the left side is look for the overlays drop down. If you can't see this, by the way, you might have to click this little arrow to make it pop out. And then click on the word scene. And then you've just got a ton of different overlays to choose from. Now, as we'll see later on the OBS one, there's a section which says free overlays. I can't find the free overlays section on Streamlabs. So you'll just have to click on each one to work out whether it's free or paid. Or maybe you can find it and I can't. Anyway, let's choose one, and I'm going to use one of these filters at the top. I'm going to click on TikTok friendly because I'm using Streamlabs dual output. So this will give me both landscape and portrait scenes. Let's just pick a random one. Let's go for anime sky. So all you do is click on it and then just press the install button and wait a few seconds. You also might want to install the alert box as well. For me, I'm not going to do that. And now I'll press install again. And this is the part that might confuse you. This is now where we have to customize everything. So for me, what I'm going to do is start with, I'm going to shrink my feed as small as possible. And then I'm going to increase the size of the scenes and the sources so I can see everything. And then what we have to do is click through each scene here and resize things or remove things where necessary. So you just work through them one by one. I'm going to start by clicking on the alert box and it pops up the location on both horizontal and vertical showing where my alert box is. So for example, I can see that in the vertical output, I don't want my alert box in the top left corner. Let's center it something like this. And I can also right click transform and I can center it horizontally. You can see it also centered it horizontally on the left side, which is fine. If you didn't want that done, you just have to move it on the left side. Now I can see it's given me a 4:3 and a 16:9 camera frame. So we need to sort that out. And I can see it's put them in a folder. So I'll click on the webcam drop down. Then we just need to hide the one that we don't want. So most of you probably have a 16:9 webcam. So what you want to do is click on the 4:3 webcam and then just press the eye icon and it will hide it in both. Alternatively, if you only want to hide it from one place, you can just press hide from vertical or hide from horizontal. And of course, because I've hidden it from both, the eye icon is automatically activated. Even better though, if you think you're not going to change your mind, I'm just going to right click and remove it. And that just completely prevents confusion. And then I can click on the normal webcam. And if we want to move it around somewhere, we could. For example, a lot of people might like it centered on the left. So I'll right click, transform, and this time I'm going to center vertical. There we go, found the option there. So it's centered vertically now. But again, as you can see on the right, it's not positioned it properly. So I'll just drag it back down and I'll lock it in place when I'm happy. And of course, double click your webcam and choose the correct camera. My camera is actually in use on OBS, so you can't actually see my camera. But what you would want to do is just click on the camera and drag it behind the border. It's best practice when you're finished with whatever sources you want that you just lock them in place. So I'll lock the alert box in place. I will lock the webcam in place. I'll close that folder and we remove next to the horizontal one. Now, as you can see, this particular scene is giving us a lot of options. So webcam green screen is what I'm doing now. You can see I'm using my green screen. I'm in the bottom right corner. If I wanted a little bar below me, then that's what this one's for. So I don't actually want this one. So I'm just going to completely either hide it or again, because I know that I'm not going to use it, I can just right click and remove it just to remove any clutter. And then we have a header here. So for example, you could add in some stream labels here. You just press plus and add stream labels. For example, you could put recent subscribers, recent followers, whatever. Again, if you're just going for the simple look of gameplay camera, then you just might want to delete it. So that's what I'll do. I'll just right click remove. And then we have the game capture here. And this one is just for the horizontal output. So I'm going to lock that in place because obviously that one's fine. And we'll close that folder. We'll look at vertical. I think they've renamed this one wrong because this says webcam vertical, but this area is clearly for the gameplay. So if we just click on game capture vertical, you can see they've already centered it nicely, but you could resize that if you want. I'm happy with that, so I'll lock it in place. And then it's just a process of going through all the other ones and editing them as you see fit. Once again, $9 off with my affiliate link in the description. Let's look at how to do that with OBS now. For OBS, you want the Streamlabs plugin for OBS. Close OBS, download the plugin, run the installer, then open OBS. And it will look something like this. you need to click Streamlabs at the top. Once you've logged in, you click on Overlays on the left-hand side. And on this one, I've got the free overlays. So if you don't want to pay for Streamlabs Ultra, you just click View on the free overlays. Of course, if you pay for Streamlabs Ultra, you get a ton more of overlays. Anyway, let's view the free ones. You would just click on whatever free overlay that you want. For example, this Logitech one. Then you would just click Install Overlay. And then Streamlabs is built on top of OBS. So if you just go back and watch the section where I edited through the different Streamlabs scenes and sources, you would just do the same thing for OBS. You'd basically just be hiding the elements that you don't want. Once again, $9 off Streamlabs Ultra with my affiliate link in the description, or use the free ones. Or if you want to go ultra premium, you could pay somebody on Fiverr for an overlay, and you can watch my guide about that here.